Trivia-ites, trivia players, the game is about to begin. Take your seats, get ready, because it is time for Virtual Trivia Tuesdays. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. My name is Chris. I am your quiz master for tonight. I am curator for the SCCU Daily Planet Theater at the wonderful, beautiful, and inspiring North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Thanks for being here tonight. Hope that you're excited, ready to play. I've been watching the chat as we've been getting ready to get started, and as I was getting stuff set up here, and this game is already on fire. Everybody has got something to drink, at least water I saw. It looks like you've got some snacks. You're ready to go. I'm sitting here ready. I'm fully caffeinated. So get ready, because I've got a great round of Science Trivia for you tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. I think you're going to like tonight's rounds. Of course, the way we play the game is that there are 3 rounds of 5 questions each. So 15 questions in regulation play. And then after the 15, I give you one more shot for some extra points with a bonus question that you have to get exactly right. Now, we're going to get into the question asking in just a minute, citizens of Trivia Land. But first, I want to go over how we play the game. What are the rules? How do you do it? Because I'm seeing a few folks, looks like you're new here. Welcome. If this is your first time playing Virtual Trivia Tuesday, let us know over there in the chat box so that we can say hi and be very welcoming. We're all big science trivia group over here, having a great time every Tuesday night. Brought to you by the museum. So, here's how we play the game. I'll show you with these clever little slides. Here we go. So, the way we play the game is you're going to need 2 devices pulled up, kind of like you see here. On one, you will need me, the YouTube video pulled up, where you will see the questions, you can read them, they'll be on the screen, or you'll hear me say them out loud. And this is where you'll also see the answer choices. Then you'll need a second device, like another mobile device, or a tablet, or maybe just another browser window on your screen. And that is where you'll go to kahoot.it, Kahoot.it. That's where right now you'll see a screen that looks kind of like this one, where it's asking you for a game pin. I'll give you that code in just a moment. Sit tight. Once you type in the pin where it says game pin and hit enter, you should see a screen that looks something like this. You're going to be assigned a username for the game, a family-friendly username. You'll hit the spin button. Crazy Tiger is not your name. Click or tap spin. There'll be a little animating, and then you'll get a nickname. Like in this case, the game gave me Agile Llama. You can spin up to 3 times if you don't like your name for whatever reason. You want to try again. But after 3 spins, you're done. You're stuck with it. So you'll hit OK Go once you've got your name. And then you should see this screen to let you know that you're in the game. Now, once I start asking questions, on your Kahoot.it device, you'll see a screen that looks a little something like this. Each one of these colors and shapes represents an answer choice that you'll see here on the YouTube live stream. So red, blue, yellow, green, triangle, diamond, circle, square. You got it? I think you do. And then on the Kahoot.it device that you're using, you'll tap or click the corresponding answer choice. If you get the correct answer, because you guessed right, or you're super smart, then you should see something like this. You got the right answer. Now, you can build up more points and get bonus points for each question that you answer correctly consecutively. So, keep getting those right answers in a row, and you can get more points. And, cool thing about Kahoot, what I like, is that the faster you answer the question, the more points you can score. Each question tonight is worth 1,000 points. That's if you got the correct answer within 1 second. Every second after that, it begins to deduct points. So the faster you get the right answer, the more points you can get. If you get the wrong answer, you get no points. You don't get points for wrong answers. But you know what? I have faith in all of you. I think you're going to do an excellent job tonight. Now, as far as playing Trivia Tuesdays with us here on YouTube, we do have just a few rules, just a few things to keep the game moving along and keep things steady. Okay, now rule number 1 is no cheating, right? We're playing trivia on the internet. It would be way too easy for you to just bounce over and Google the answers to some of these questions. But I try to make some of these questions really hard, and you'll have a maximum of 60 seconds to answer each question. So guess what? If your Googling can't happen within 60 seconds, boom, no answer, no point. So no cheating. If it feels like cheating, it probably is. Don't do it. That one's easy. Okay, rule number 2, don't post answers in the chat box. You can discuss the questions maybe after everybody's answered, but save your answers for your own answering sheet. No typing up stuff there. And then, rule number 3, and the most important rule of all, is that I, as quizmaster, am always right. Yes, even when I'm wrong, I am right. At least for this game, while we're playing, whatever I say the right answer, even if I am totally wrong, and even if I admit it, is going to be the right answer for this one. All right? I'm always right. Now, as we go throughout the game, some important things to take note of. Your Kahoot.it device or website, whatever you're using for that, is going to trigger and give you the ability to answer the questions a few seconds before you actually see the question here on YouTube. There's an 8 or 9 second delay between what's happening here in my museum home studio and what you will likely see, when you will likely see it on your device at your home, right? It's got to travel through wires, out to satellites, across around the world, then come back to you in some permutation. So it's going to take a few seconds. Don't worry. If it gets really, really bad, I'll try and see if I can fix it, but we should be good. 9 second delay. Don't worry about it. Everybody has that at least. And then, let's see. This one's important because every week this happens. On your Kahoot device, up in the top right corner, you're going to see numbers. It's, 1 of 20, 2 of 20, that kind of thing. Those numbers don't correspond to the question numbers that I'm asking you. So you might hear me say this is question 5, but that thing will say like 6 or 7. Don't worry about those numbers. Just keep it right here with me. Okay, let's see. Also, let's have fun. I wrote that down to make sure that I would say it. Okay. I forgot this rule. There's rule number 4. This is the internet. There is a chat box. Do be respectful of one another and of me and of Science Jess, all right? Let's keep it nice and civil inside the chat box. It's the internet, but I believe in you. You're here for science trivia, so we're going to keep it nice. Let's see. Oh, and registering for trivia. I hope that the process is going okay for you. I mean, if you're here, it worked out. But if you are ever having any trouble signing up for trivia, or if you're sharing links and people are getting back to you and they're like, oh, it's not working for me, let us know. Hit us up. You can find my email address on the museum's website. So drop me a note and let me know what's going on. And know that we don't use any of the contact information we ask you to submit for sending you stuff. Because you register for trivia, you're not signing up for museum emails that you're going to get all the time, which I don't know why you wouldn't want museum emails to begin with. They're pretty amazing emails. And if you're playing science trivia, you probably like what you would see in a museum email. But anyway, we respect your privacy, and we're not going to send you stuff unless you specifically opt into that. So just want to let you know. I think it's time for trivia. Let's do it. Okay, here comes the game pin. Ready? You're going to pop this into Kahoot.it and go. (6618473) is your code tonight. Pop that into Kahoot.it or the Kahoot app if you've downloaded that. And welcome to the game. Hope everybody's doing well tonight, taking care, staying safe out there. I'm glad you all have decided to join us. Shout out to Silly Puffin. I love these names. Aren't they the best? Brave Badger, welcome. Champion Raven, glad you're here with us. Elated Sloth. Power Condor. Snowy Dolphin. And now that's an interesting combination. Super Newt. Welcome, Super Newt. Glad you're playing trivia with us. Let's see. Well, who else is in the game? Kind Wolf. Eager Elk. Brave Hamster, welcome. Fuzzy Urchin. Arctic Sphinx. This is awesome. We're like at our 115 or so players. Cool. It's gonna be a good game. I'm checking on the chat box over here. Who's got snacks? I see boiled peanuts. Nice. We're hoping you had some boiled peanuts. Oh, well, I do like boiled peanuts. I actually do. Something about growing up in the southeastern part of the US, maybe? Maybe? Can I get sparkly gloves to match my hat? Zoe? I don't know where to get sparkly gloves. I guess the internet, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it. But thank you. I like my hat as well. It's a very, very slick little hat, right? Jessica has cookies and spicy mixed rice crackers. Like a sweet and salty thing? Is that what's going on? Okay. Sesame sticks. Nice. Science Jess has got her nachos. Hey everybody, I want to remind you that if something goes wrong during the game for you and you're not sure if it's happening for everybody else, let us know in the chat, because if something goes down, we need to know. And Science Jess is there in the chat to help you. So Science Jess has already been helping out. The game pin is there, so you can always check back in through the chat if you need the game pin. It will also be up on the screen for almost the entirety of the game. So you should be set there. But let us know if something doesn't sound good, if stuff freezes up, because if there's something I need to fix on my end, Science Jess can let me know. I think we're ready. Looks like we've got just over 110 players in our game tonight. So I think it's time to get started. Are you ready to play science trivia? Let's do it. We need some trivia music. Where's my trivia song? Here we go. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Now, round one is not a round of questions about moving trucks. But if you've ever seen this particular brand of moving trucks, they've taken to putting a lot of natural history information on the sides of their vehicles. So you might imagine I was out on a lunch run today and I saw some of these facts driving down the street, and I thought, you know what? That's good inspiration. So, not recommending this brand over any other, but I did get inspired. Here we go. Question number 1, get ready. Thinking caps on. Where is the largest contiguous temperate rainforest under public management in the world? Is it in Oregon, Washington, Alaska, or California? It's obviously in the U.S. Where is the largest contiguous temperate rainforest under public management? right, time is up. Let's see how we did. Largest contiguous temperate rainforest is in fact in the United States. 36 people got it right. It is in Alaska, the Tongass National Forest. That's right, 17 million acres of temperate rainforest. Excellent job on that one. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. After the first question, Smooth Finch has rocketed to first place with 942 points. Filling out the rest of the top 5, Cute Hair, Silly Puffin, Purple Squid, and Space Gecko. But of course, we're only one question in. It's a close one. We'll check in on the leaderboard after each question, albeit briefly sometimes, just to see how you're doing and see if there's been any big shakeups. Did that one feel good? That question go well for you? Maybe not. Question number 2. Here's another cool fact that I discovered from the side of a moving truck. The Manson impact structure is one of the largest known meteorite craters in the continental United States. Where is it? Is it in Iowa, Arizona, New Mexico, or Florida? Where is the Manson impact structure? One of the largest known meteorite craters in the continental U.S. About 10 seconds. Ooh, this one did a number. The Manson impact structure is located in Iowa. Yes, something like a 1.5 mile wide meteorite hit Iowa. How about that? And left about a 24-mile wide crater. 19 people got the correct answer on that one. Let's check out our top 5 now. Oh yeah, lots of shaking going on there. Silly Puffin has taken first place with 1,898 points. Quick on the right answer, but it's any person's game right now. Hey, Expert Lobster, you got the shout out on that one, up 102 places as the highest climber after our second question. Excellent job. Here comes your next question. Get ready. Ashfall Fossil Beds is the only known site in the world with entire preserved 3D skeletons of large animals. Where is Ashfall Fossil Beds located? Iowa, Montana, Nebraska, or Utah? And we're talking hundreds of these things. They have hundreds of preserved, fully three-dimensional skeletons. "30 seconds. Ooh, the moving truck factoids are really knocking the leaderboard around over here. Ashfall Fossil Beds is located in Nebraska. Yeah, it's actually a state museum run out of, I believe it's the University of Nebraska. Pretty cool place. I hope to visit one day. Maybe you've been there. Anybody been there? Checked it out. Maybe those 14 people who got it right, you've actually seen. And it's called the Ashfall Fossil Beds because there was a massive volcano explosion and ash rained down over most of the Great Plains, burying wildlife. And in this one particular location in Nebraska, the specimens are pristine. All right. Wow, silly puffin. On an answer streak of 3, I think, for this one, but followed very closely by Giving Unicorn, Captain Elk, Fuzzy Urchin, and Cute Hare, with second, third, and fourth place. Getting the green arrows moving up. Nice job, everybody. Here's your next moving truck question. The highest surface wind speed ever observed by a human was recorded where? Was it New Hampshire, Washington, North Carolina, or South Carolina? The highest surface wind speed ever observed by a human. "15 seconds. Do you know this one? Oh, okay. Nice job. Nice job. Looks like a close majority of people got this one right. Yeah, highest surface wind speed ever observed by a human was recorded in New Hampshire at the Mount Washington Observatory, 231 miles per hour. Not the fastest wind speed ever recorded. There's an automatic weather station that recorded something like 250, I think 254 in Australia during a cyclone. But Mount Washington Observatory still holds the record for observed by a human. Okay, here's your leaderboard. Let's see how you did. Okay, hey, Smart Finks, welcome to the top 5. 2,774 points and a little green arrow bumping you up into our top spots. And 3 players have now reached an answer streak with 4 correct answers in a row. Nice job, everybody. All right. Let's keep going. Here's your last question in our moving truck category. What equation is on the West Virginia graphic alongside the Green Bank telescope, which is also the first convening site of SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence? Which of these equations, the wave equation, Fourier transform, general relativity, or the Drake equation? Do you know this one? Have you seen the West Virginia truck going down the street and you saw the equation on the side and you wondered what it was? 46 people got the correct answer. It was, in fact, the Drake equation. The Drake equation. I tried to throw some hints into that question for you. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence being the one. The Drake equation, for the 30, 21, and 19 people who got this one wrong, I didn't write it down to bring and show you, but it basically is an equation used to sort of organize how we want to think about where there could be extraterrestrial life in the Milky Way galaxy or in other galaxies. And it sort of boils down to you just take how many stars are there, how many stars could have planets, how many stars could have planets like Earth, how many stars could have planets like Earth with liquid water, how many of those could have life, how many of those could have intelligent life, communicative life, and then how many of those could we encounter in a search for them. Sort of all of these terms laid out. And there is actually just published very recently, like within the month, a team of astrophysicists and astronomers went back and redid the Drake equation with some fresh numbers. And they came out with that in our galaxy, neighbors to us, there are 36 extraterrestrial, communicative, intelligent planets out there. So, 36. Now we know. Now we just have to get a good rocket ship that can take us there to visit them. Of course, it's more like a thought experiment, sort of, but using real numbers. But cool either way, right? There's probably at least 36. Okay, let's take a look at the leaderboard. How did we do? Silly Puffin staying on top. Okay. Giving a Unicorn, nice job. Captain Elk. Smart Sphinx moving up to 4th. And Jolly Rhino, welcome to the top 5. Okay, everybody, it is time for round 2. Here we go. What do you think round 2 is going to be about? Round 2, hope you've been keeping up with your science Twitter. It's in the news. Yep, all the things we're going to talk about for the next 5 questions came from very recent events. Let's see what's been going on in the world of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Here's your first question in round 2. Pages of which famous scientist writings went on auction? These 2 pages dealing with toad vomit as a cure for the plague. Was it Galileo, Copernicus, Marie Curie, or Isaac Newton? I think I've nailed Science Jess's taste in trivia music. I know exactly what kind of tracks to go look for now. Okay, the correct answer was Isaac Newton. 40 people got the correct answer. Yes, Isaac Newton. Laws of motion and all this great mathematical, like inventing calculus stuff. And then he would hang toads upside down until they threw up, collected it, and then thought it could cure the plague. Yep, that was in 1666, 1667, about the same time that he wrote some of his just amazing work, but also toad vomit as a cure for the plague. As you can guess, toad vomit does not cure the plague. But hey, if you wanted to buy those 2 pages of his writings, they went up for sale, but I didn't see a final number. Here are some final numbers, though. Silly Puffin stays in the top spot with 6,526 points, followed ever so closely by Giving Unicorn and Captain Elk. Hey, Captain Elk, 6 correct answers in a row. My goodness. That's amazing. And Fuzzy Urchin, welcome to the top 5. Here's your next question. Stuff science in the news. Kathy Sullivan became the first woman to do what? To walk in space, to descend to the ocean floor, or to do both of those things? Who got this one right? Who got this one right? 62 people got the correct answer on this one. Kathy Sullivan became the first woman to walk in space and to descend to the bottom of the ocean, to Challenger Deep. That's exactly right. She did both of those things. Kathy Sullivan was the first woman to walk in space, and then just, I think 2 weeks ago, no, last week, descended to the bottom of the ocean. Isn't that incredible? Awesome stuff. Inspiring people all around us. Now, a few people got it wrong. Let's see what happened to our leaderboard here. Check it out. Silly Puffin has dropped down to 3rd place, but still close between Giving Unicorn and Captain Elk. Smart Finks and Fuzzy Urchin kept their top 5 spots as well, but 6 players, check it, lost their answer streak of 3 on that one. Woo! Little bit of a tough question. All right. Here comes your next in the news. What is the most trafficked non-human mammal on the planet? Is it the pangolin, the rhino, the tiger, or the elephant? What is the most trafficked non-human mammal on the planet? Most trafficked out of these 4 is the pangolin. Yes, a scaly mammal, the pangolin. But the rhino, tiger, elephant, yep, they round out the top 4. There you've got them right there. Pangolin scales, though. And why is this one in the news? Well, China has now officially banned pangolins from being trafficked. Finally, we've got great, good laws in the books now to really try to help out our pangolin friends. Here's your leaderboard. Giving Unicorn, Captain Elk, Smart Sphinx, Silly Puffin, Expert Lobster. There's your top 5. 6 players have just hit an answer streak of 3, but this is still any person's game. There are still plenty of questions to go. Let's rock and roll. New analysis of Pompeii's garbage suggests that ancient Romans did what? Recycled, incinerated their garbage, or used landfills? Nice job, everybody. Yeah, the ancient Romans recycled. Now, former analysis of Pompeii, right, which was covered by ash and debris when Mount Vesuvius erupted, killing something like 2,000 of the 12,000 inhabitants of the city, tragically. There were piles of trash discovered in these archaeological digs, and former analysis said that there had been an earthquake, and these were just piles of rubble that people had stacked up, and they would be picked up and carried out of the city to landfills. But new analysis suggests that those things would be picked up, turned into new materials, and then used inside other buildings. Recycling. So, if the ancient Romans can do it, you can too. Here's your leaderboard. Getting up into those high scores now. Giving Unicorn, Captain Elk, Smart Finks, Silly Puff, and Expert Lobster kept their top 5 spots. But look at the shout out. Social Llama, you were the highest climber that round. Nice job. Up 25 places. Let's do another one. Thinking caps on. Here we go. 500 plus species went extinct in the last century. How many are predicted to vanish in the next 2 decades? 500, 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000 species predicted to become extinct? According to a new report, 500 species went extinct in the 20th century. How many could vanish in the next 2 decades without conservation action? 500 more. 500 more. Thank goodness, not 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000, right? Yeah, but 500 is still not great. So you got to make sure that you're recycling, folks, just like the ancient Romans. One person got that one right. 500 species in the next 2 decades. Let's see. I got a feeling that this one... Oh, no big changes in our leaderboard, but somebody would have just gotten a lot of points on that one. 12 players, though, just dropped their answer streak of 3. Ooh. You know what? Because of that one, I think that this next question could be a game changer. Excuse me, next round. I lost count. Round 3. Okay. Here we go. Round 3. We're going to talk about some of my favorite animals. Bats. Yep. This category is all about bats. First question. How many species of bats are there? Are there 14? 1,400? 41 species, or 700 species? How many species of bats are there in the world? Five seconds. All right. 28 people got the correct answer. How many species of bats are there? There are 1,400 species of bats. 1,400 species of bats. That means that bats make up, I believe the statistic now would be more than a quarter of all mammal species on Earth. Yeah, that's one good reason to love bats. And for the rest of these questions, I've got some more good reasons to love bats, because I love bats a whole lot. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here you go. Okay, I see the point totals moved around a little bit that time, giving Unicorn all the way down to Expert Lobster. Our top 5 remains intact, but it's pretty close up there. Funny Falcon, you've got the highest answer streak, 3 correct answers in a row. Shout out to Funny Falcon. Here comes your next question. Hold on, let me check. I haven't been over here in the chat recently. See, I'm seeing talk of Sally Ride, another inspiring person, but I did double check my research. First American woman to walk in space, Kathy Sullivan. But I still could be wrong. Maybe I'm reading it backwards. Let's see. I love conservation action as well. And you like the tunes. These are not Kahoot built-in tunes. No, I am not a huge fan of the Kahoot tunes when I can get better tunes myself. Bats are foxes with wings. Well, I guess you could say that, but maybe some more of these questions will put the bats truly in their own very special group in your minds. Okay, next question. Which of these is not a use for bat droppings, aka guano, bat guano? Mascara, gunpowder, climate change, or fertilizer? Mascara, gunpowder, climate change science, climate change research, or fertilizer? And make sure I clarified. Climate change research. Which of these is not used for bat droppings? Mascara is the correct answer. Mascara. Gunpowder? Yes. You can excavate guano from a cave and then process it as an ingredient for gunpowder. Fertilize, fairly well-known use for that one around the world. Very rich in nutrients. And I read today that recent research uses guano, bat droppings. They can core it where it's very deep and actually do climate change research, kind of like coring ice or coring lake sediments. You can study changing climates by looking in cores of bat droppings. But it is a myth that guano is used in cosmetics. Yeah, when I was getting my start as a science communicator, educator, person who has a job doing this kind of thing, I actually used to give cave tours in a cave close to where I grew up in Tennessee. And in that cave, there were human artifacts left over from the War of 1812, in fact, where they processed bat guano for gunpowder for use in the war against the British in 1812. So, there you go. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Any big changes there? Still looking good, but hey, Glad Lion, you get the shout out up 18 places as our highest climber that round. Nice work, everybody. Hope you're having fun. All right, more questions about bats. Which bat is the fastest flyer? Is it the big brown bat, the Mexican free-tailed bat, the ghost-faced bat, or the flying fox? Which of these bats flies the fastest? All right, all right, all right. The Mexican free-tailed bat is the fastest bat flyer. 51 people got the correct answer. Nice job. The Mexican free-tailed bat can zoom at about 100 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour. That is pretty quick. And based on what I read, that's no tailwind, no dropping out of a tree and falling at 100 miles per hour. No, this is powered flight, 100 miles per hour. I also found numbers for the big brown bat, which, of course, we have right here in North Carolina, if that's where you're playing from, where I'm at. Big brown bats can fly at about 40 miles per hour. Let's see. Jessica says the free-tailed bat sounded fast. Good guess. Let's see how our leaderboard did. Okay, we saw a little movement in the points there on, let's see, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Nice job catching up to Giving Unicorn and Captain Elk. It's a close game. And Rockstar Goose, Rockstar Goose, you have a streak. 3 correct answers in a row. Shout out to you, Rockstar Goose. Love it. Here's another bat question for you. What tree species is used to make the famous Louisville slugger bat? Is it the white ash, Fraxinus americana, the loblolly pine, American hickory, or the American elm? What tree species is used to make the famous Louisville slugger? Maybe putting the scientific name into the answer gave it away, but it is the white ash. Did y'all just know this one? And did you expect when I said that the category would be bats that I would ask you about the Louisville slugger? Yeah, it's the white ash. The white ash. They tried making bats out of American hickory, but they didn't perform as well, so back to white ash it was. And I think you can still get hickory bats, but they mostly use them for like Little League. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Nice. Look at the shout out. Check it. Elated Llama. Back with an answer streak of 3. But our top 5 look difficult to catch. Don't worry. There's always that bonus question at the end. Here comes another question. Which metal was tested but prohibited for use in metal bats? Was it vibranium, iron, aluminum, or titanium? "51 people got the correct answer. Nice job. Titanium. Yes, titanium is prohibited in a metal bat. It does too good. Yeah. It really flexes. A titanium metal bat, they said you can actually squeeze it and feel the metal flex, which means it can absorb and give back a lot of energy, which makes it send the ball even further if you get that hit. Titanium is the correct answer. Let's check our leaderboard. Here we go. Hero Chicken making a comeback. 3 correct answers in a row. Nice job. But there's your top 5. There is your top 5. And now, folks, it's time for the bonus question. 1,000 points are up. A full 1,000 points. If you get the correct answer on this one, you get all 1,000 points. But that means that you have to type in the correct answer. So get your typing, tapping fingers ready and use numerical characters only. I'm going to ask you for a number. Type in the number that you think is correct. Here comes your bonus. How many National Weather Service all hazards radio stations are in North Carolina? Type in your answers. Quick on the clock. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Get those answers in, everybody. How many weather radio stations, all hazards radio stations, do we have here in North Carolina? 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Let's see if anybody got the correct answer. Okay. Hold on. I need to interpret this. Nobody got it. 21. We have 21 National Weather Service all hazards radio stations in North Carolina. Well, I think that's going to tell me what I need to know about our top 5. But it's time to hand out the medals. Here is your podium. 3rd place, Smart Sphinx. 2nd place, Captain Elk. And gold medal, 1st place goes to Giving Unicorn. Fantastic job, Silly Puffin, an expert. Nice work. Excellent job, everybody. Check it out. 16 out of 20 right, 16 out of 20, and 14 out of 20. Excellent scores, everybody. So glad. I hope that you had a great time playing trivia with us tonight. Give the museum a follow. If you thought this was fun, hey, we're doing cool science stuff all the time. You can follow the museum on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're at Natural Sciences. Visit naturalsciences.org to see the Science at Home page. There we have links to all kinds of live programming that we're doing and a whole lot of other cool stuff like do-it-yourself science videos, tutorials, and you can access an archive of other videos from the museum. So anytime you want to get involved in some science content, hit up naturalsciences.org. We've got more great events coming up even this week, like our Science Cafe on Thursday night at 7. That'll be right here on the museum's YouTube channel. If you want to know when we're going live for more stuff, like the videos here on our YouTube channel, subscribe, click the bell to get notified. That way you'll know when we're giving you the great stuff, all that cool science content that you know and love from us at the museum. So, thanks for playing. Hope that you did a good job. Hope that you at least had fun. Maybe you learned something new playing trivia with me tonight. Again, I'm Quizmaster Chris. Huge shout out and thanks to Science, Jess, and to all of you. Good night.